Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Little Joe Show. It's another wonderful Tuesday here in Little Joe Land. It's an absolutely beautiful and gorgeous day here. Today, we're going to talk about the magic of monotonic bass, which is something that I really started getting into with Mance Lipscomb. Later on with Johnny Shines. There's lots of players who've used monotonic bass. Just about every one of the country blues players have used it at some point, even Robert Johnson. All right, so all this is about is how making a bass line happen with one string and zero movement almost, okay? So I'm in standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E. And let me just play a little simple thing with monotonic bass. All monotonic means is I'm going to play one note and I'm going to just go 4 on the floor with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you saw, all I did was keep a 4 pattern, a 4 beat pattern. Once in a while, I would deviate. Excuse me, guys. I've got some kind of a little head cold today, so I apologize for the sound of my voice. And you can do this with slide. You can do it. I used to use it with great effect if I wanted to play a Blind Willie Johnson tune and not have to tune into open D or open E. I would just, instead of going. And when I first started playing, after I learned this pattern, it's about all I used. And I used it in just about even if I was playing in C. So let's get on with it. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to be in the key of A. It's kind of a relatively easy key to start out with. And we're going to just do licks, basically. You want to practice licks. You're going to use that pentatonic scale, which is just, we're going to basically use the top 3 strings, sometimes the 4th string. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go over what that scale looks like here. All right. So 4, you're going to go 5 and 7. And then you're going to go 5 and 7 on 3, 5 and 8 on 2, 5 and 8 on 1. All right. So it's just that. And all we're doing is we're going to find ways to do it. Now, let's learn that lick. 2, 3, 4, 1. That's kind of the lick I started with. And all it is, the lick is just 5, 7 on 3, and you're hammering on the 7. And then 5 on 2, and then 5 on 3, and then 7 on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. can use double stops to great effect in this. I've heard Johnny Shines does that. He also will go up the neck and play up there. So, first lick. Second lick. All right, that's kind of almost a rockabilly lick. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically make a D7th shape, but we're going to have our pinky on the 8th fret on the 1st string, our second finger on the 7th fret on the 2nd string, and our third finger on the 8th fret on the 3rd string. And then we're going to block off the top 3 strings at the 7th fret. So. So we're going to go. And then we're making that top part of the A chord. And you can do the whole thing if you want. I've seen a lot of blues players who just make it. All right, and all you're doing there is you're putting your second finger, 6th fret on the 3rd string. First finger is going to block off strings 1 and 2 at the 5th fret. So. Then when you go to your 4 chord, which is the D. All right, so before we get into all that kind of stuff, what are we doing with the D? Now you have a choice with the D chord. You can either play the 4th string as the bass note, or you can play the 5th string as the bass note. Kind of like a Big Bill Brunsey, although he just used the E string and he was just keeping time. And that's what I love about his playing. He'll do like a... Big Bill Brunsey was great, and you should check his monotonic bass tunes. There's a tune out there called Willie Mae. It's a great one to listen to. And he does all kinds of cool little moves in it. All right, so with D. So what are we doing? We're basically just outlining a D7th chord. All that is I'm going to the 7th fret, basically sliding from 5 to 7 on the 2nd string, and then going to the 5th fret on the 1st string, hitting that again at the 7th fret on the 2nd string, and then 8th fret, and I'm going to bend up a little bit on the 1st string. And all I do there is to go back to the A, I go. All right, so it's just 8 on the 1st string, 5 on the 1st string, 5 on the 2nd string, 7 on the 3rd string, 6 with a hammer on. We're hammering on from 5 to 6. I use my first finger to hold 5 on the 3rd string and hammer on. And then I'm just playing on that 4th string on the 7th fret. And then you can go, and if you want to, and that's just going to the E chord, which is the 5. All right, and all that is, you're going to make an E chord, right? E7th. And that's going to, and I do it like this when I'm doing this. I'll switch down to the E for my monotonic bass, so for 2 beats I'm here. And then I'll put my 2nd finger on the 6th fret of the 4th string. Pinky usually lands on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. and my first finger goes on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. And then I'm going to go. So I'm going to go hold that chord and I'm going to play string 2, 3, 2. So right, and I can go and then hit those top 2 strings at the 5th fret. Now, there's a really cool thing you can do, and it's pretty common in blues, in monotonic bass stuff. So what did I do there? I went to the E, the 5 chord, which is the E in this case, we're in the key A. And I just played an E7th. I do that, and all that is open E, open 6th string, 2nd fret with the 2nd finger, 5th string, 2nd fret with the 3rd finger, 4th string, 1st fret, 1st finger, 3rd string, pinky's on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, open. So all right, so what am I doing then? So I'm just taking that E7th and bringing it up. So I'm going string 1 and 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then like that. Apparently my dachshund has found something that has raised his ire. And then I'm just playing this extended A chord, which I do that a lot, and a lot of blues players use it. All right, so and to do that slide, I just take my 1st finger, put it across strings 4, 3, and 2 at the 1st fret, and then go slide into the 2nd fret. And I catch the 5th fret with my pinky on the 1st string. And all I'm doing there is going on the 1st string, I'm at the 5th fret with my pinky, and then 3rd, 2nd, 5th fret, 2nd string, 3rd on the 2nd string, and then I'm going to do 1st fret with 2nd string, and I just put my 2nd finger across strings 2, 3, and 4 at the 2nd fret. And then a lot of times I'll catch that top string with my pinky at the 3rd fret. If I'm going to do it like I want it to end here, I'll go and I'll just slide into it again. All right, and there you go, guys. That's some nice monotonic bass. Like I said, it works real well with slide. If you just want to mess around with slide, switch to the key of E or A. A will work. You go to E, it's a little easier. So, I don't want to spend a lot of time on the slide part with you, but I will show you the scale that I get my notes out of when I'm doing something in E. What I like about playing this way is it sounds a little ragged. It's kind of nice, actually. On this guitar it does. I have another guitar I can play and it actually sounds a little bit different. But anyway, okay, so, and that's because the action's so close and this body is not real thick. All right, so I'm doing the basic scale that people use for open regular tuning, standard tuning slide, which is first string 12-10, second string 12-10, 8-9, second string, and then 9-7 on third string. If you want to go this far, 9-7 fourth string, and then you can go all the way down to 5 on the fourth string, and then 2 on the fourth string. And up here you would go, and I usually will just I'll concentrate on the top 2 strings with the slide. So, and I will use 7, 5, 3, open on the top string, open second string, 3, 5, and that's it. All right, and I can now, I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you listen to some players, instead of going to trying to do that while they're playing slide, they'll just stay on the A. Because you can, a lot of players did that. Jimmy Reed, if you listen to his recordings, when he went to the B, he would just go and use the A for the root of the B note. So it would be like something like, let me just play through a chorus of slide for you. That's all you got to do. And just have fun with it, guys. Hey, if you like this, please like and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. If you want the tabs to all this, go and join us in our community on Patreon. I'll put a link in the comments. Membership over there is $1 a month, and you get, you know, what is it, 8 lessons a month, plus the tabs, plus all the tabs to the quick licks and all that good stuff, guys. And you can talk to me and make requests, which you can do here on YouTube as well, by the way. But there you go. All right, guys, I'm going to go try to get over this. Have a good week.